This morning, one of your colleagues over at the White House on a background call said that if it gets down to the point where you're going to impose sanctions, quote, we'll start at the top of the escalation ladder and stay there. And I'm just wondering, is that a wise thing to do, to start at the very top so that the only thing more that you could do would be some kind of military action?
Let me take a step back and answer that question this way. First, you have heard from us consistently. You've also heard this consistently in the category of things we've been consistent about, that if any Russian forces move across the Ukrainian border, if there's a renewed invasion, it will be met with a swift, severe, and united response, not only from the United States, but also from our allies and partners. We have spoken consistently about the fact that swift, severe, and united response will be unprecedented, that it will entail measures that we intentionally eschewed in the past, including in 2014 when Russia last invaded Ukraine. But it also will be unprecedented in its approach. And this is the point that you were getting to, Matt. It's the point that one of my colleagues made this morning. My colleague said that, and you quoted it partially, the gradualism of the past is out, and this time we'll start at the top of the escalation ladder and stay there.
My question is this. So if you're at the top of the escalation ladder and something else happens, you don't have any further to climb on the ladder. You either fall off, or I guess maybe you jump onto the roof, Matt, if the ladder is attached to something. But I don't understand. Is it smart to start by going all out with nothing left in reserve? I mean, are you saying that whatever you guys should it become necessary, that whatever you guys will impose in terms of sanctions can't be topped?
You have to recall,
because if they can be, and if there are steps that you're not going to take, then you're not starting at the top of the escalation ladder.
A couple points. One, you have to recall what this is about and what's at stake here. If this swift, severe, and united response goes into effect, and let me be clear, we hope it need not have to. We hope that dialogue and diplomacy can help us find a way out of this, help us find a way to de-escalation and ultimately to a peaceful resolution of this Russian aggression. But if we get there, what we will be talking about is a renewed Russian invasion of Ukraine. And the stakes of that, as we talked about yesterday, are important in the context of Ukraine, of course, a close partner of the United States, a sovereign, independent country itself. And that, of course, is important to us. It's important beyond Ukraine as well. What should be inviolable rules of the rules-based international order would come under assault. They would be undermined. They would be potentially eroded if the international community were not to take drastic steps to show Vladimir Putin, to show the Russian Federation that this is not the kind of action that can be tolerated in the 21st century. These are the kinds of actions that we sought to relegate to the dustbin of history after the Second World War. And if Vladimir Putin thinks that renewed aggression won't be met with severe, swift, united response, he would be wrong. There's another point here that I think is important, though. Even in the current phase, even in recent weeks, we have seen financial markets price in a greater risk premium into Russian financial assets amid the increasing movement of troops. It is not just us that is warning of this swift, severe, and united response. Financial markets, private sector actors are taking note. The Russian ruble recently hit its weakest level in over a year versus the dollar. And it's the worst performing emerging market currency so far this year. Russian sovereign borrowing costs in terms of the 10-year bonds, they have increased to their highest levels since 2016. Russia's stock market has sunk to its lowest levels in a year. But the other point, and market participants know this, is that what we're seeing now is nothing compared to what would befall the Russian Federation, the Russian economy, if Russia's invasion were to go forward. To your point, Matt, I just want to be clear about this. This is not about punishment. This is right now about deterrence. We are seeking to do everything we can in the prelude to what could be additional Russian aggression to deter a further Russian invasion of Ukraine. That is why it behooves us to be crystal clear with the Russian Federation, with Vladimir Putin, about the severe costs and consequences that would befall him, that would befall his country, if he were to go forward with this. It doesn't do us any good to pull punches, to be ambiguous, to be obscure in terms of what we're talking about. And for more than 2 months now, we've tried to be very clear about that. Andrea.
A couple of things.